Hello, Earthlings. I'm really hoping and praying that I'm in frame, but what is frame but a cosmic creation of our consciousness? Yes, because everything we do is framed. So today we're going to be talking about romantic love and why I truly believe it's a scam, and what I haven't been trying to figure out. I know exactly what I want to do with this channel, and it's a little unorthodox because I feel like usually when people have concepts and they bring them online, they have a whole expose. They have researched it top to bottom, and I've done that before on my other channel. I realized recently, knowing myself on this channel, I'm just going to be processing things as I'm experiencing them, because in my life I know that I've found that the way that things unfold for me is all telling one storyline. So if I'm confused about this now, eventually I will find some resolve, but I just have to keep asking, keep questioning. So I wanted to bring those questions here because then I get to expose that to more people in the world, and you can share your thoughts and we can come to some type of conclusion. So first, I'll start with what I believe is happening worldwide consciously when it comes to the divine feminine and the divine masculine. And then I'll go into my own personal experience with romantic love. And then I'll go into where I think things are going from here, or where I can see my perspective evolving from here. So what do I believe is happening consciously for the divine feminine? I think collectively, the divine feminine is waking up to the fact that she does have inherent power. And the most insane part is it's not just that, oh, the divine feminine, we as women hold power. We as women are the fucking source. We as women are source. The divine power that weaves within the world is feminine. How fucking crazy is that? We have been conditioned to believe in a masculine god when who the fuck is giving birth and creating shit in this world? A fucking woman inherently. That's what... Okay, sorry. I get really angry about this shit. I believe that women are waking up to the need to protect ourselves, the need to be selfish, the need to be... And selfish not as a negative thing, but as protecting and loving yourself first so that you actually have things to give and you don't feel like you're drying yourself out. The importance of boundaries. The importance of realizing that for some reason men are just wired in this world to not respect us. Not even for some reason. Oh my god. Like I said, there's so much information that's just untrue. There's so much information, the patriarchy hurts both sides, and I'm trying to get to the bottom of how it hurts the men, but maybe that's not my responsibility because the men are the ones living in it, and I love trying to solve the entire world, but I should probably just focus on what I can control and am capable of experiencing. The divine feminine is awakening up to her true potential, which is the fact that she must protect and govern and be selfish about the entire essence that is her, because it is sacred and it is divine. And are there more words to this? Yes, but like I said, I just want to allow this channel to be a flow, because as much as I could and I would, and maybe one day I will, do an expose of the big picture, because my mind works in entire webs and patterns. I really want to create a space where I can just hop on and talk, and you guys will be able to receive value from that. And I think that starts with just allowing it to be. That's all I give you. We'll start there. Divine masculine. I think it's about doing and putting things forward, but I think that men as a whole are realizing that they cannot be just one. And that's the beauty. That's the whole thing. That's something that someone told me recently, is the entire purpose of life is also the cleaving. The cleaving together of the divine masculine and the divine feminine, the cleaving together of the left and the right side of the brain, the cleaving together, cells when they combine, the cleave. Apparently that's also a main purpose and goal in your life, is to balance those energies, So the world is realizing we need both. As a woman being selfish would kind of be more in her divine masculine essence of doing things and putting up protectors around her, when we often look at men for protection. A man, I think in this era, that's why we're starting to be oh, men are so sassy, feminine, because maybe they're overcorrecting, but men need to learn to look more into their intuition and tap in with their inner self. We all need to learn to tap in with our inner selves, because that'll help balance out this naturally. And then my experience with it. Oh my god, back to the fucking topic! Romantic love is such a fucking scam, bro. I just feel like, ooh, the expose, maybe my first fucking video that I really take the time to create will be an expose where I just chew the fuck out of Christianity, because I have personal beef with Christianity in this point in time. Christianity as the structured religion, I have personal beef. I have it out for the religious structure of Christianity. So I grew up Catholic, In high school, I believe that I experienced this realization that God is love, and it changed me, and I converted to traditional or non-denominational Christianity, and I made a YouTube channel about it, and it was like my whole entire life and personality. And within that caused me to really deny myself in every way, shape, and form, and allow myself to become a fucking mat on the floor for every person in my fucking life. Why I bring that up when it comes to romantic love? Because besides, like, just growing up and being stuff like Disney Channel, Princess, Find Your Prince, like, who's your crush? Like, that shit got so much more complicated when I was being raised in a PWI area, or being raised in the suburbs, because, like, apparently my entire life purpose is to find a boy that likes me, and half the boys will deny the fact that they like me for the fact that I'm fucking black. Again, not the purpose of this video, but, there's just so much to fucking say. Anyways, sorry, I told you, it's been a lot. I'm surprised I'm even, like, able to sit down and do this right now. But besides that, once I got past that, the princess, the prince, love being the only thing that could save and fix you, and me feeling deprived of love because of my relationship with my parents, and I get to Christianity, and one sneaky little big tenet, big piece of Christianity, because it's all just like, romantic love is a scam. Christianity is like the most successful fucking scam to date. Like, fuck, they did that shit. If you kill a couple people and force it down their throats, it makes it a little bit easier, and then you, like, install the trauma in the people, like, going forth, and, like, when you do all that, you would hope it would work. You cut off, like, half the world to make it work, But anyways, I say too much. One hidden, very pertinent part of Christianity, which ties to why I believe romantic love is a scam, because I'm starting to feel like everything that Christianity pushes down your throat is trying to keep you from the truth, is that, like, your entire purpose as a woman is to remain a virgin until your prince of a husband comes to save you, and then you guys are going to save yourself to marriage, and you guys are going to get married, and everything's going to be perfect because you saved yourself to marriage, so you're not a dirty slut like all the other girls living in shame created by the church, and, shame is like the lowest frequency, so of course that's what they want you to feel. Of course, the entire issues of the entire planet are all a woman's fault. And I saw this at the apex of its expression in my life when I went on this entire summer long, so like almost 3 months straight, of living with other Christians in this Christian leadership camp in Florida, and like, I was so traumatized by that entire experience. But one of the main reasons why I was traumatized by that experience was because the girls there were so cutthroat looking for their fucking husband, because we're all sex deprived, it's like, fuck, if I want to get fucked, I gotta fucking be an angel to get this guy to like me, or some shit like that. But anyways, I don't even know if that was the thought process. It's more than that, but theoretically, that's definitely one of the thought processes going through somebody's head, somebody who's awakened to the fact that sex is innate and natural for a human being. Anyways, so we're getting to the point here. It's there. I'm finding it. I'm not even finding it. It's there, but there's just, like, the fact that I'm finally speaking, there's just so much to say. My brain's like, what? Okay, romantic love, though. When I was on that trip, what I found, I got bullied because the, like, one of two attractive guys that were there was into me. I wasn't into him because, like I said, I took that Christianity shit serious, bro. I was there to follow the Lord and be a disciplined servant leader like they told me to be. Like, I was not checking for him. None of the guys there really piqued my interest. I was at peace, as I like to be. But these group of girls ganged up on me because the guy she wanted obviously wanted me, and, like, maybe thought about her. She ended up marrying him, by the way. Hope you have fun. But anyways, I saw the apex of that at that point, because it's like, we're here talking about Christ is the Savior, but it seems like there's a different idol. So in my reflection of, like, like, Christianity, who is it benefiting? Who wrote this script? What parts of it are truth, and what parts of it are just added in to make women suffer? I just really can't. I really don't fully believe that I can put the ideal that romantic love and marriage and owning a woman, and a woman just sitting on her ass and doing laundry day after day. It was the entire essence of my existence. And it hasn't worked for a lot of people. I mean, there's someone I know very closely, and just by saying this, you can probably guess who it is, who did all the right things, virgin till marriage, saint, followed her parents up and down, ended up in the shittiest marriage. So, like, ruins, like, it's all she complains about, it's all she talks about. Like, obviously that script's not fucking working. So who the fuck wrote this script? And what is love supposed to be? Which moves into the next chapter. What the fuck is love supposed to be? What the fuck is love? I've been chasing this fucking question. I have a video on my other channel where I tried to do an entire expose of love. I don't know why I'm so obsessed with what love is, but like, I'm just so obsessed with it. But I feel like love exists inherently between people, because something I've been finding is a lot of the truths of life are just as simple as you would think they are, and just as accessible as you think they would be, but they make the truth really, like, hard to believe by filling the world with lies. Like, I had an experience recently where I realized, like, love is already inherently us. We are inherently love. We inherently exchange love energetically with our environment, because from the earth comes love, and love is like an essence. I would say it's a feeling, but I've learned feelings are, I don't really see love as a feeling. Like, love is an essence. It's a being that you reside in, and it lives inherently in all of us. But there are a lot, and let me tell you, a lot. There are a lot of fucking things working against you feeling that shit. There's a lot of fucking things placed intentionally so you do not feel that divine love that already exists within you. But with that knowledge, then where does that leave? Like, is there a need for marriage? Because some would say that marriage is just like a contract, like to own things. But then I feel like there's a part of me that thinks the idea of like having someone to come home to, and like building just like a curated family with this person, like, that sounds cute. Like, if no marriage, then when's a good time to have kids? And like, if love is inherent and everywhere, I don't know, we should all love each other. But recently, too, I've been thinking about how heaven is a frequency, and how, like, we can live on heaven and earth, and we're getting closer to it by the day. And I remember Jesus saying in the Bible, the one thing there's some things I'm like, he probably said that. It's really about just feeling into the truth for yourself. That's why so many people, when they were young, like, looked at Christianity and was like, this is bullshit, and then had to have it beat back into them, because it's like, your body inherently knows. Like, all the answers are within yourself. But there is a Bible verse that comes to mind when I think about all this, and I remember someone asked Jesus, like, oh my gosh, like, if this husband dies and he has like 7 other wives or whatever, like, should the wife marry his brother? And Jesus was like, this shit is so irrelevant. Like, in heaven, nobody will be married nor given in marriage. So if we can make, if the kingdom is at hand, if the kingdom of heaven is at hand, then maybe marriage doesn't need to exist in this new chapter. I'm just unsure where family comes in. And I don't know, I really enjoy my alone time though, so maybe I don't need to be living with someone else. See how this is just like all thoughts. Like, I don't have a solution for you. I just wanted to propose a conversation. Let's talk. Let's talk in the comments, okay? Thank you. Bye!